Welcome back to my perfume closet. Since you loved my video about everyday signature fragrances, we're doing a part 2. All of my signature perfumes are based on this shelf, so there's quite a bit to go through. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Starting off strong with Orphéon from Diptyque. This is a powdery, woody fragrance. Think an enchanted magical forest meets a loose powder makeup. So it's powdery, it's woody. Oh, this is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Wow. If you like Fleur de Peau from Diptyque, there's a good chance you'll also enjoy Orphéon. Fleur de Peau is very, very powdery. Think baby powder style, whereas Orphéon is powdery, but it has a little bit, just a touch of sweetness from tonka bean. There's also the addition of juniper, which brings a bit of a bitter freshness, all whilst being very suave, smooth, woody. It is spectacular. This is a magical perfume. If you don't want to smell like everyone else, check this one out. Now, if you like L'Interdit from Givenchy or Bouquet Encore from L'Orchestre Parfum, so sweet, fruity tuberose fragrances, you need to get your nose on Tubereuse Astrale from Maison Crivelli. Mon Dieu. I don't know what kind of sorcery has gone into this fragrance, but it is probably one of the best smelling, if not the best smelling, fruity tuberose perfume that I have ever tried. Now there are some spices with cinnamon, but also cumin, which sadly I can smell quite a bit in the opening, but not to fret. It does chill out in the dry down to leave place to a beautiful fruity tuberose. I get almost a grape-like notes, definitely fruity. There is some osmanthus, so it will reveal a soft apricot side, but also a leathery side. There is a sort of suede-like leather base, which is just incredible. This is such a unique perfume, and it is a head-turning fragrance, quite literally. 2 guys stopped me on the street when I was wearing this fragrance, asking me what my perfume was. It is long-lasting, incredible sillage, and I highly recommend it if you're into fruity tuberose perfumes or if you're looking for a new signature and date night perfume. Now, if you're into vanilla perfumes and that's what you wear on an everyday basis, you need to get your nose on Encore une fois from Infiniment Coty Paris. This is hands down, in my opinion, the best vanilla of all time. I am sickly obsessed with this fragrance. Oh, I always get an emotional response when I smell this perfume. I don't know why, but it just makes me feel emotional, but in like a really happy way, an uplifting way. And that's what fragrance is all about, you know? It should really shift and uplift your mood. So for me, Encore une fois is a vanilla that is warm and balmy. It's not overly sweet. It's not sticky. It's a vanilla that just blends in with your skin. Again, some sort of sorcery has gone into this perfume. I get a boozy, rhum flambé type of note from this fragrance, but it's really soft and warm and balmy. This is not the loudest vanilla fragrance out there, not at all. The projection, in fact, is on the softer side. And as far as the longevity goes, I get around 9 to 10 hours wear on my skin, and on my clothes, I get around 24 plus hours. This is a good all year round vanilla perfume. You can wear it across all 4 seasons, and it's great to layer with as well. So I actually like to mix this with Santal a la Vida, which is a sandalwood fragrance, also from the same collection. And whenever I've worn those 2 perfumes together, I get a compliment every single time. And I usually wear this combo in the evening when I want to make a little bit more of a statement with my fragrances. But otherwise, Encore une fois, you can wear on its own in the day and then transition into the evening, which makes it a great signature scent. Next is Thé Noir 29 from Le Labo. I'd recommend this if you don't like sweet perfumes and you want something that is fresh and spicy. It is a black tea type of scent. There is the addition of fig, but it's not a super super sweet or creamy fig. It's just there in a supporting role. And there's also the addition of bay leaf, which is going to add that spiciness. It is extremely cooling. To me, this makes me think of a winter wonderland, a frozen snowscape, frozen lake, just beautiful white glistening snow all around you. That is the vibe that I get from this fragrance. I actually like to wear this in the winter time, but I can see this perfume working all year round, including in the summertime, because it's fresh enough to wear during the warmer months. And in terms of longevity, it lasts all day on my skin with a moderate projection. Ladies, if you love any of the Delina fragrances and you want to take it a step further and find a perfume that not everyone is wearing, I'd recommend you check out Damask from Hormone Jane. This has a Delina-like DNA, but a little bit more elegant. So you're gonna get the rose, there is some musk, and there is a playful note of pear and black currant. So you're gonna get a really juicy, fruity, musky rose. Oh, purée de cacahuètes. This is amongst my top 3 favorite fragrances from Hormone Jane. I was actually gifted the hair mist, but I loved it so much that I ended up buying the eau de parfum. It's that good. So it's a fresh, fruity, juicy, rose musky perfume. Whilst with Delina, you have the sweetness that comes a lot from a creamy vanilla. Here, you're not going to get any creaminess, any sweetness from vanilla. It's really more fresh and uplifting. Great to wear on an everyday basis. My mom actually owns this perfume, and so whenever she wears it throughout the house, I know where she's been because this has an incredible sillage. So if you want people to smell you and maybe compliment you on your fragrance, this is a great one to wear. And as far as the longevity goes, it's also really good. So in my books, this is a 10 out of 10 fragrance from Hormone Jane, and I highly recommend you check it out if you like Delina. Now, if you're the type of person who doesn't like super strong fragrances, but you still want to smell good, I'd recommend you try English Pear and Sweet Pea from Jo Malone. And in fact, you can try all the fragrances from Jo Malone because they're on the softer side, they're lighter, and they're not going to fill a room with the fragrance. They're just going to delicately perfume your skin, which is why I like Jo Malone fragrances. I feel like they have a place in a collection, and they're great fragrances to wear to a work environment or to the office for that reason. So English Pear and Sweet Pea, I've personally really been enjoying wearing this because it has a delicate floral scent with musk. Again, anything with florals and musk, sign me up. But it has the addition of pear, and it is a soft, fresh pear without being overly sweet. Whereas with Damask from Hormone Jane, the pear was really juicy and bright and sweet. Here, the pear is a little bit more green and fresh. This is the epitome of soft or quiet luxury. It is beautiful, and if you are sensitive to fragrances and you don't want something too strong, I'd recommend you check it out. Now, on the flip side of this, if you enjoy bold, intoxicating, super strong scents as an everyday perfume, I'd recommend you check out Carmina from Creed. This is the only Creed perfume I personally enjoy. I don't think the other ones are very good, but this one really knocks everything else out of the park. It is a cherry to rose combo that is so delicious, and it lasts a moderately good amount of time when you think about cherry perfumes. It definitely lasts longer than Lost Cherry from Tom Ford, which is great. Oh, it's so good. Oh, wow. This is dark cherry liquor. Think dark cherry liquor blended with a velvety, deep red colored rose. There's some amber in the base as well, but you get that beautiful velvety red rose drizzled with dark cherry liquor. It's so delicious. Oh, and it really is head turning. The sillage in the air, the fragrance is magnetizing. And if you love those cherry perfumes, sweeter fragrances that make a bold statement, I'd recommend you check this out. I've got another white floral for you ladies. This time it focuses on jasmine, and it's a gourmand take on jasmine. It is Chloé Nomade Eau de Parfum Naturel. This is jasmine and date. It smells like the scent of jasmine that you would smell if you're on holiday in Greece. Think cobbled streets, the scent lingering in the air at the beginning of the evening. That is the sort of jasmine that you'll get. It's really intoxicating, narcotic, but still remains quite fresh. And then you have the addition of date, which brings a gourmand sweet twist, which is a really unusual ingredient in perfumes, and it really works in this combination. Compared to the other Nomad fragrances, the longevity is good on this one. I get around 6 to 7 hours wear on my skin, and the projection is moderate. Now, if you're into lactonic, milky perfumes that are done to perfection, you need to get your nose on Red from Sora Dora. This is a collaboration with Jovois, which is a retailer for luxury niche fragrances, which, by the way, that's where I get a lot of my niche fragrance samples. You can buy them on the website or also in store. And this is exclusive to Jovois. If you enjoy fragrances such as Santal Blond from Atelier Materie or Rima 11 from Carner, you're going to love Red from Sora Dora. This perfume is basically a hybrid of these two fragrances. So it is a ultra yummy, oh wow, creamy Madeleine type of scent. So it's vanilla, it has a Madeleine lemony DNA. It's so good. It's as if this smells like a Madeleine dipped in cold milk. You see where I'm going with this? So good. Oh, c'est bon. It definitely has an edible culinary side. What comes to mind is these little super thin biscuits with shaved almonds inside. I don't know, maybe one of you guys can let me know in the comments what they're called. If I find an image, I'll pop it onto the screen. I get a little bit of that as well, but you get it. It's yummy, it's gourmand, it's milky, and it's long lasting. It projects well. So this is a 10 out of 10 new fragrance release, and if you love gourmands, definitely try and get a sample of this. Next is J'adore l'or from Dior. This, in my opinion, is the best J'adore, hands down. If you enjoy floral, balmy, ambery type of fragrances, this is going to be for you. It is an explosion of orange blossom, of jasmine. There's also some rose, and it's really the sweet honeyed side of those fragrances. It's as if you were smelling those perfumes and you could smell their nectar. That is what this perfume encapsulates. There's also a light powdery touch coming from violet, which is really interesting, and I feel like brings a lot of elegance to the perfume. And then a warm, balmy base. It is so elegant, so sophisticated. This is for the sophisticated lady. She's fashionable, chic, and very refined. This is another one that has a beautiful scent trail. Oh my gosh, this perfume in the air just, you want to just follow it around. It's that good. And the lasting power is also really good on my skin. I get 8 hours wear from this. Now, if you want additional fragrance recommendations to wear on an everyday basis as a signature scent, I'd recommend you check out this video here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.